I got my Nutrimill Harvest from the Nutrimill website, but this one is a refurbished. I saved a lot of money by buying refurbished. I also was able to buy a Bosch refurbished universal mixer. I buy all my grains from Azure Standard. In fact, I buy most of my dry goods from Azure Standard. I buy spelt, rye, einkorn, kamut, hard red wheat berries, hard white wheat berries, as well as oatmeal, sugar, unbleached white flour, spices, and a variety of other items that are too many to mention. I store my wheat berries, the hard red and the hard white, in 5-gallon buckets with gamma lids for immediate use because I use them often. I also store additional 5-gallon buckets of wheat berries in my long-term storage with oxygen absorbers. In addition to my electric grain grinder, I have a hand grain grinder should the power be out for an extended period of time. I'd like to have that for a backup. Different types of grains can be used in other ways besides making flour. They can be used as an emergency animal feed. They can be soaked to make grain cereals. There are a lot of uses for wheat berries. They can be sprouted and then dehydrated for sprouted flours. They could even be planted in an emergency situation. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different when I make my sourdough bread. I'm going to mix in a multi-grain flour with my all-purpose white, unbleached white flour that I get from Azure. So this combination of wheat berries is hard red wheat, hard white wheat, spelt, and einkorn grain. If I had kamut, which I also get from Azure, I would mix that in as well. You could also add rye flour, oat flour, any combination of flours. I want to show that while I'm not going to show the whole process of making sourdough bread, when I'm using the wheat flour in my sourdough recipe combined with my white flour, I will use more water. I will leave the rough dough in a wetter form than I normally would with all white flour. This allows for the husk in the wheat, the germ of the wheat, to soak up a little bit additional water. If you don't allow for extra water, your loaf may be a bit dry. You don't want that. I've been making bread a long time, so I know exactly how long I should leave it soaking. I know what it's supposed to feel like, but there are lots of recipes on Pinterest and on YouTube showing how to combine wheat flour or make all whole wheat sourdough bread if you want that. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching this brief demonstration of a very useful homestead tool.